Good morning, actually. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oldham County Fiscal Court. I'm David Vogel, Judge Executive. Happy to have all of you here on this Monday morning for this special meeting of Oldham County Fiscal Court. If you're able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tara Long, will you please call the roll?
Magistrate Likens.
Here.
Magistrate Tice.
Here.
Magistrate Woosley.
Here.
Magistrate Jeffries.
Here.
Magistrate Hounds.
Here.
Magistrate Hawkins.
Here.
Magistrate Dye.
Present.
Magistrate Logston.
Here.
Judge Vogel.
Here. Having all the members of the Fiscal Court present, this meeting is now in session. Is there a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Since this is a special meeting, there'll be no additions. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Today's meeting is to have a second reading of a public hearing regarding the reapportionment ordinance. And I believe, Amy Elvey, are you going to make a presentation, our county clerk?
Get logged back in here real quick. All right. Good morning, everyone. Amy Alvey, Oldham County Clerk. This, as Judge Vogel stated, this is the second reading and public hearing of ordinance number KOC 23-200-372. This is an ordinance relating to the establishment of the magistrate district boundaries in Oldham County. This is just a little bit of history. These are the KRSs that outline the procedures and processes for the reapportionment that is done every 10 years. But due to COVID-19, the census data was delayed until September of 21, so that's why we are 2 years behind on this process. On May 16, 2023, Fiscal Court approved the appointments to the Reapportionment Committee. Myself, as the county clerk, serves on the commission as well, but is a non-voting member, and it's strictly an advisory role. Within 60 days of the appointment of the commission, must file a written report with the county clerk and Fiscal Court detailing the suggested boundaries, including the estimated population in each. This was done so at the June 29, 2023 Fiscal Court meeting. Within 60 days of the receipt of that to Fiscal Court must either consider the report and either adopt or amend it. So that 60 days is today. And then the next process after today is that within 20 days of establishing the new boundaries, any registered voter may bring an action to circuit court if they feel the law has not been followed. If the voter prevails, the circuit court can award a reasonable attorney's fee to be paid from the county treasury. This is where it comes into play on my end. KRS 117.055 talks about the requirements of creating and outlining voting precincts in a county. And I have underlined in red that it, specifically no boundary of a precinct crosses the following, which is obviously the state, county, congressional districts, state senatorial districts, state representative districts, magisterial districts as well. So this is what you guys are concerned about, of where your lines are on the map. These are the lines that I look at. So just to give you an idea, when we have these meetings and we turn the precinct lines off, turn this line on. So this map shows the congressional, Senate, House, the city boundaries, school board, and all of that on there. So this just kind of gives you an overview. This is the magisterial lines, but these are the lines that we deal with on the county clerk side to do this. So the next process will be, once these lines are adopted, after the November election, the local Oldham County Board of Elections will have to redraw the precinct boundaries of all 38 precincts that are affected by the changes. This is the 2010 map of the magisterial boundaries, again 2020, and then this is a side-by-side of the comparison of the 2010 to the 2020. This is the breakdown by each magisterial district of the population that is in each district, and we'll go into that in a little bit more detail in just a moment. So I went through and did some comparisons just to give you some statistical information. I'll go over this in individual sections. So this is the 2010 population per district versus the 2020 population. And then you'll see here, this is the increase in population. You'll see District 2 grew by almost 50%. The population increased 3,570 persons from that 2020. And then this is just the percentage here. So that just kind of gives you a breakdown to show the 2010 population per district versus the 2020 population per district per the census. So then we go and we look at what the fiscal court committee that was established, which was Magistrate Likens, Hawkins, and Jeffries. So this is what we call Plan 3. So if you look at the 2010 population per district, then what the proposed plan is for the 2020 plan with the new lines, it shows the increase per district and what the percentage of increase is from the 2010. And then this is the final numbers per district, and it shows this is where the key is here, where we try to balance it all within the 5% of the overall population, that variant there. So everyone is between 12 and 13% to equal out the population throughout the county. The only change that occurred at the August 22nd special meeting of the Fiscal Court Reapportionment Committee from Plan 2 to Plan 3 was the transfer of 250 persons from District 2 to District 8. You'll see highlighted here on the map in green. No changes were made to the other 6 districts. So the area is described as north of Halls Hill Road, east of Gum Street, and south of Darby Creek. So again, the only change that was made to the map from the original first reading to the second reading was the small change of 250 persons from District 2 to District 8. So this is District 1. Again, you'll see here highlighted in red, this line, that is the 2010 district boundaries. And then the pink area here is the new proposed line. That has not changed since the reapportionment committee that had the 3 citizens on it. District 1 did not change at all through all the iterations of this. So the population in District 1 is 8,629, which is 13% of the overall population in Oldham County. District 2 is here in blue. So you'll see that this is the line here that goes through for District 2. This is District 8. No. What
7.
are you? 7. Bob, 7. Brown is 8. So in order to, because District 2 had the most growth, Magistrate Logston and Magistrate Dye assumed some portions of that district. The overall population is 8,565. This does include the population of the Kentucky State Reformatory, which was required to be included in the census calculations. So that number is included in this 8,565. District 3, which is Magistrate Woosley, it includes 1,163 inmate population from KCPC and 167 from the Oldham County Detention Center. So the overall population is 8,494. The previous line was here. So the southern line, this was picked up by Magistrate Jeffries' district here, but all the other, the western line here, all of that stayed the same. So just this portion was picked up by Magistrate Jeffries' district, which was District 4. So District 4, the lines all stayed the same, except with the inclusion of population from District 3 to get it to balance. So that District 4 population is 8,196, or 12% of the overall population of the county. District 5, which is Magistrate Hounds, this was his original line here. He picked up a portion in this area from Magistrate Logston, which is District 8. The overall population is 8,525, or 12% of the overall population of Oldham County. District 6, which is Magistrate Hawkins, there were no changes at all to District 6. So the population is 8,233, or 12% of the overall population. District 7, excuse me, which is Magistrate Dyes. His line originally went through here, so he picked up Constantine Drive area to the north, and then he picked up a small portion over here on the southwestern side of the county to balance out. So his population is 8,659, or 13% of the overall population. Oops. Sorry, Michael. District 8, this was the original line here that follows around. Again, this portion was transferred to District 5, which was Magistrate Hounds. And then Magistrate Logston picked up areas to the north along New Cut Road area, Gum Street, and south of Darby Creek here to balance out at 8,306, or 12% of the overall population. So this is just a comparison of what the reapportionment board of the citizens versus what fiscal court's iteration and updates were changed. Again, District 1 did not change. There was small modifications here. The northern portion of District 4. Pretty much everything stayed the same in 5. 6 did not change. And then there was changes. Mainly the changes were between 7 and 8. So again, this just shows the overall plan. This just shows the reapportionment committee versus what the final plan that was submitted by the fiscal court committee. And this is just the variant between each district of the magistrate's proposed changes. So again, this is your 2020 proposed map for reapportionment. That is all that I have. Happy to answer any questions.
Does anyone have any questions for Amy? Magistrate Woosley?
Amy, I appreciate your work. I appreciate the reapportionment committee's work on it. My one question is, it looks like Quail Run left District 3 and went to District 4, but it runs along Foxborough Road. Mm-hmm. So is the northeast side of Foxborough Road in District 4 and the other side of the road in District 3 and the other side's in District 4?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So but that one road is split. One side is, okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, thank you, Amy.
Uh-huh.
Now, this is a public hearing, so that public will, have a chance to provide any comments or input on this. Is there anyone here who would like to address the court in relation to the public hearing in favor or in opposition of any of the lines drawn by the magisterial committee? Seeing no one coming forward, we'll close the public hearing and go on to, is there a motion that, first of all, this is a reading, let me go through this, a reading of ordinance KOC 23-200-372 relating to the establishment of magisterial boundaries in Oldham County. Whereas the Oldham County Fiscal Court is mandated pursuant to KRS 67.05445, that is, subsections 3, 4, and 5, to initiating complete redistricting and reestablishment of boundaries for magisterial districts in the county. And whereas Oldham County, pursuant to KRS 67.045, subsection 4, has published the notice of the planned reapportionment and has appointed 3 competent citizens as commissioners to reapportion the county into 8 districts. And I would like to thank Blaine Anderson, Jane Cobble, and Adam Forseth for the work that they did to get this off the ground. And whereas the commissioners have laid out the boundaries and have filed with Oldham County Clerk's office and each fiscal court member a written report showing the boundaries of each district and estimated populations. And whereas the court has assigned 3 magistrates to review the findings of the commissioners and complete further modifications that fit into the required specification areas in regard to population and contiguousness. Now therefore be it ordained by a fiscal court that 1, the purpose and scope of this ordinance following the 8 recommended reapportionment districts provided by the reapportionment commissioners filed with the county clerk on June 29, 2023, and amended by a fiscal court committee, those 8 districts, all being districts within the county. Said districts shall be identified by the boundaries that Amy laid out. By this notice, Oldham County Fiscal Court does hereby adopt this report and establish the aforementioned for 8 districts pursuant to KRS 67.045 as set out in the documents attached here. So is there a recommendation to accept this ordinance?
So
Judge, I'll
moved.
move that we accept this ordinance as outlined.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion by magistrates. Magistrate Dye.
This, I've heard 2 or 3 different opinions on this. These new lines will come effective in the next election cycle, correct?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so that's what I thought it was. I heard differently. All right, that's all I got.
Won't affect anybody sitting here in this term. All right. Any other? Magistrate Jeffries.
I just want to publicly thank Blaine Anderson. He's here this morning with us. He was one of the members of the reapportionment committee, and I think they did a really good job of getting this outlined and getting it all put together. And I think they did it in a very quick order. So, Blaine, thank you very much, sir.
Right. And we want to thank Amy as well and Zach
Yes.
Herzog at KIPTA who were helping the committee. So, anyone else?
Hold on just a second, Judge. Trying to get a clarification on when these districts actually start.
Judge, just to be clear, Amy points out that, so this gets enacted today, but the precinct lines will get redrawn after this. I don't think it's going to have any effect on the November election. But, but it obviously doesn't, it's not going to affect any of the magistrates at this point because it won't be in effect until the next election is when that'll be their magisterial district.
Right. But it might affect some precinct lines.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that clarification. All right. Any further discussion? Got a motion and a second to adopt the new reapportionment boundaries. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 8-1. Thank you. All right, that is all the business that we have to attend to at this morning's fiscal court meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.